Hey guys, welcome to today's live stream. Hope everybody's doing okay. What a day, what a day. Today's been a weird day, to say the least. But thought I'd get on here and do a live stream. So got some things done, messed around on The Sims for a little bit. They're saying it's supposed to storm here. It was a lot warmer than it was yesterday. Like yesterday, holy crap, it was cold. I mean, it was slightly warmer today. Others say it may thunderstorm, so who knows? But yeah. I hope everybody's doing well. Hi, Sam. Sam. Sam, I am. Sam, I am. I haven't seen you in a long time. How are you doing? Sammy? How are you doing? Of course, how could I forget you? Like, I can't ever forget you. I don't forget people easily, surprisingly. Like, I'm the same way though. I'm like, wow, you remember me? Like, wow. It's crazy. But yeah, hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, it's yeah, today was crazy. It's weird. Weird, 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 weird. Hey, how's everybody doing? Dude, I like your dude, I love your car page, by the way. I play Forza Horizon 4, so I'm interested what the new cars are going to be, to say the least. And the fact that the Ferrari Ferrari FXX Evolution is like the fastest car in the game. I'm doing okay. I'm sorry you were in the hospital, by the way. I hope you're doing better, Sam. Like, I I know how that is. Like, my depression hasn't been all that great lately either. So, it's crazy, to say the least. I mean, I know how it is. It's just, it's rough, to say the least. But, well, what could I say? Take it one day at a time, I guess. I mean, I've been dealing with a lot of personal issues myself, so it's one of them things where it's just like, I don't know. Do what you can. I'm just glad you're doing better. I'm glad you're out of the hospital. I mean, you can message me, right? You can message me if you need to talk. You can message me anytime you need to. I mean, I'm glad you got the help you needed. I mean, because lately, like, I know, somebody I know just recently passed away of a drug overdose, and a lot of it comes down to self-medicating, of course. Sam, I am. I am Sam. I miss Christina Grimmie, by the way. That girl was so talented. Oh my god, was she talented? It's still, I still will never forget that day. Like, I think I cried for like over an hour when I found out she died. Like, that was just, she was so tough. I followed her on YouTube before she went on before she, went on The Voice. And a lot of her fans pushed her to go on The Voice. That's what a lot of people don't realize. Was a lot of her fans pushed her to go on there. And man, I remember her first audition. She killed it. I mean, like, she killed Wrecking Ball. Like, I could only imagine how big she would be now. Because honestly, she'd be huge right now. But so how are you doing now, Sam? I mean, I hope you're hanging in there. Sammy. Sammy, Sammy, Sammy. Like, I mean, I mean, like, I've been dealing with mine. I've been talking to my therapist and stuff like that because, like, I've been like the last 4 weeks have been just, you know, how they say when it rains it pours. They were not lying at all. I mean, at all. And I mean, I don't know. A lot of that is trying to be. A lot of it is trying to be okay. Like, a lot of the times, like, and I don't know. It's just one of them things where it's just like, nothing goes to plan, nothing seems to be working out, and it's just like, ugh, kill me now. So I mean, that's how a lot of it is. I mean, it's just, it's one of them things where it's just like, you want to be okay. Everybody expects you to be okay. Everybody expects you to be happy, but sometimes it's kind of hard. Like, I've talked about this before on YouTube. I'd be like, like, people, well, why don't you just get over it? Why? I mean, I've had a couple people lately tell me, why don't you just get happy? Like, stay positive, man. You need to stay positive. Okay, well, here's the thing. Like, yes, I get that. Stay positive. Yes, we could talk after live, by the way. Yeah, we could talk after live also. I mean, like, people have this stay positive, but like, it's not always easy to stay positive, especially when you don't know exactly what's going on in somebody's life. And yes, we can talk after live. I mean, like, I just had my best friend walk out on me. Like, I'd be like, and that hurts. Yeah, I get compared all the time too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's people don't understand. Like, a lot of that is a lack of understanding, though, too. Like, a lot of that is lack of understanding that, like, you can't control what you feel. Like, you know what I mean? And that's the whole thing is like I've always, like, I explained to even my mother. Like, imagine being on land drowning, where you know what I mean? Like, you're drowning, but you're not underwater, basically. Like, and exactly, exactly. And and a lot of people think like, oh well, we asked for it, and we don't. I don't ask to be sad all the time. I don't ask to feel the way I do. I don't ask to feel, you know what I mean? Nobody asks for mental illness. I mean, there are some people that do tend to romanticize mental illness. I don't. I don't romanticize mental illness at all. I don't romanticize suicide, and there's nothing romantic about suicide at all. Like suicide it's permanent. There is no coming back. There is no reset button. You don't go away and come back. It's permanent. But I also understand why some people are the way they are, though, too. Society kind of really doesn't help either. Like, society doesn't help. And are you more than your mental illness? Yeah, you're more than your mental illness. Oh, I have 16 different times. I've tried to take my life 16 different times throughout my life. So I'm glad you're still here, by the way. Sammy, Spammy, hello. You know I love you. I mean, I've had people walk away. Like, I just got recently diagnosed with a panic disorder. Finally. Like, I mean, like, my anxiety is just like, you know what I mean? And it sucks battling depression and having anxiety all in the same boat, because, like, I especially get my panic anxiety attacks are even worse when I'm stressed. And like I said, I get people, that have told me, why don't you get over it? Why don't you this? Why don't you that? And a lot of times, unless you have mental illness, you'll never understand. You know what I mean? Because, yeah, I try to stay positive. Like, trust me, I got stuff that says good vibes only, and live, laugh, and love, but but it's also people we keep around us, though, too. Yeah, that's kind of harder to have and stuff like that. Like, I mean, and I don't, see me, I don't judge people. Like, I mean, people don't understand there's certain aspects people can't control, and a lot of that, like I said, is society. Like, people tend to judge before they even know anything about anything. And a lot of that is, again, how mental illness is portrayed. I've always said it, like, has it gotten a little better? Yeah, no. Because there's always going to be that stigma with mental illness. Always. I mean, my friend's little brother is autistic, and he gets made fun of for being autistic. You know what I mean? And he didn't ask to be born autistic. He, what is sweetest kids on the planet, and like, his peers bully him. And people could be so mean and so hateful and so uncaring. And I think this is why, because people don't understand, well, why did this person take their life? Well, look at how society treats everybody. I mean, even within your own friends, sometimes even. It can be the people closest to you who do the most damage. I mean, like, legitimately. And that's understandable, Sam. That's completely understandable. Like, I mean, at least you try. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only thing you can do. Like, it's not something that you asked for. And there are some people that, need to learn how to have patience and be a little more understanding. Like, people tend to prejudge right away. And I hate it. And I get it. I blame society. I blame society for a lot of things. Because there's always this expectation of people being perfect. Like, I mean, people don't understand what I say. I think beauty magazines promote low self-esteem. Because these magazines with these models on it make little girls think that being a size 0 and having an eating disorder is beautiful, and it's not. It's the farthest thing from the truth. That's the only thing you can do is try your best. But, I'm always here for you. You know that, right? At least I hope you know that. Sam, I don't care what time it is. You could always message me. Like, legitimately, you could always message me. Like, I'm always here. Because I know what it is to feel alone. Trust me when I tell you, because I've had so many people abandon me and walk out of my life. And it hurts. I mean, it really hurts. And like today, I posted on Instagram, give me a reason not to kill myself, and not one person answered. So what does that tell you? It's okay, I forgive you. I was never mad. Like, I figured you were taking care of yourself, which is understandable. You know what I mean? Trust me, there's people I haven't heard from in years. Yeah, we used to talk every other day, or if not every day. So, but the fact that I posted that and nobody said anything says a lot. Because trust me, I've been on the fence about whether or not I want to stay or want to go. I'm not gonna lie. I contemplate it every day. Should I stay or should I go? There's always that battle. Okay. Thank you for, just DM me, okay? And Sam, take care of yourself, okay? I mean, and just to let you know for the record, I'm always here. Like, you can DM me anytime. And if I don't answer right away, it's not that I'm ignoring you. It's either I'm sleeping. A lot of times, if I don't answer, it's just because I'm sleeping. Because if I'm up, I always answer. But I will always answer. Like, I don't ignore people. Like, I don't ignore people's DMs. But I mean, that's just how it is. That's just how it is. Like, I don't. I mean, there's always there's always that battle. I mean, the fact that I posted that and nobody even bothered to even, like, and I can't say, well, I didn't see it, I didn't see it, I didn't see it, I didn't see it. It's just, you just don't care. And that's how society has become. We've become blind. And then people can't understand, well, they took their life. Well, maybe the signs were there and nobody paid attention. Or maybe we just didn't care enough. And again, there's always this, well, why don't you get positive? You need to stay positive. Unless you know what's going on behind the scenes. Because, like, I will tell you, yeah, you can post pictures of people. You would always post smiling photos. Doesn't mean that person's life is peachy and okay. At all. Like, it doesn't. Well, you shouldn't threaten, who says I'm threatening? I don't threaten. I mean, I'm not, I mean, like, what I mean? At that point in time, it's not threatening, that's contemplation. It ain't a threat. Because some people, maybe that there was one person that might have stepped in and go, hey, and like, despite everything going on, there's been one person that's actually been there, and, like, and that's Sharon, who has been the only one that's like, hey, I'd be lost without you. And I've known Sharon for a while. Because even Sharon goes, like, it sucks. I mean, there's people I've known a while on here that, well, I'm sorry, I got my own problems, so I don't. Yeah, well, so do I. But I make an effort. Like, I make a complete effort to take my time out for everybody. Because, yes, I've put my shit aside. My feelings aside to be there for everybody. You know what I mean? When they need it. Like, imagine hating yourself, but you're making somebody else, or somebody else, laugh or smile. Because you want them to laugh or smile. Because it pains you even more to see them upset. Like, it pains you to see them completely, utterly upset and hurt and I think we get so wrapped up in our own agendas that sometimes we seem to forget the people that are there for us. We seem to kind of become a little too selfish. And it's okay to be selfish. I'm not saying you shouldn't be. But there's times where, when you start to get conceited is when there becomes a big, oh, my shit don't stink. Or, thank you for lifting me up, but I'm not going to return the favor. Screw you. And I know a lot of people are going to say, but you're a hypocrite. You don't want somebody else to take their life, but you want to take yours. And here's the thing is, I battle with it every day. I'm not, I battle with it every day. Like, it's always gonna be a struggle. It's a lifeline that people don't understand, that just doesn't go away at all. It's not something that just goes away. It's not something that you could sit there and say, well, you know what, this. Because we all have our background issues. Like, it'd be like a lot of people automatically assume because a person's got, oh, they're going to these wild foreign places, or they have this lovely smile on their face, that life is peachy. And behind closed doors, you don't know. You don't really, honestly. I mean, like I said, there was a powerful video Matthew Santoro had posted, which hit which I reviewed on my YouTube channel. Like, it was powerful. He hit it right on the head. Like, he hit it right on the head, because you don't know what somebody's going through. And sometimes we're too blind to stop and ask, hey, how are you doing today? Hey, are you okay? Hey, do you need to talk? I mean, is there something wrong? Is there any way I can help? Nowadays, we don't, people kind of look past that now. Just another person looking for our attention. We automatically assume people are looking for our attention. And, like, guess what? If you think they're looking for our attention, guess what? That might be their way of reaching out for help. And you know what? Don't. And you know what? That is got to be one of them things where if they're not here, because like that old adage goes, nobody cares until you're, you know what I mean? People don't wake up, don't say anything or don't care until that person's dead. And that's when they start caring. It shouldn't take somebody's death for people to wake up at all. And that's it. It should never take anybody's death for people to wake up or to start fighting. And yeah, like I've said, media hasn't always portrayed mental illness in a positive light either. Like, I mean, there's a long way to go when it comes to mental illness. And do I expect everybody to always fully understand? No. But there's a difference between putting effort into it and not putting effort into it. And like I said, everybody's a critic. Everybody wants to stand and judge. Because yes, you can have a therapist. Yes, you could. But you also have to have a support system, though, too. A good support system. Because it's also the people you keep around you. Because, like, I mean, I've known so many people that have self-medicated with either drugs or alcohol or both. And then they sit there and, and when that person winds up dead, they want to sit there and cry, well, could I have done more? Should I have done more? The shoulda, coulda, wouldas don't matter. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that to sound mean, ignorant, or rude. I'm just stating that as a fact. Because we've all had that. Could I have done more? Should I have said something? And I look at it this way, sometimes, yeah, we could have done more. There were times where, like I've even said, could I have stepped in and told this person, hey, I'm here for you. Like, if you need somebody to cry on or somebody to talk to, I'm here. And actually be there. Don't just say it, because words are just words. Actions speak louder than words. Because nowadays there's a lot of idle talk. A lot of people will say something in a moment and then backtrack on it. With the I'm busy, or I don't have time, or because it's very easy to take people for granted. I mean, really easy to take people for granted. And that's the one thing you don't want to do. Because, I mean, a lot of times the person you took for granted, when they're gone, they're gone. And trust me, there are a lot of people I wish I could have back. A lot of decent, good, kind-hearted people that are gone. Why? Because they were taken for granted. And and in their darkest hour, when they needed somebody, nobody was there. And yeah, I'm guilty. I've missed signs sometime. That's why I'm a little more vigilant. Or we get so wrapped up in our pity pot that we don't realize our stuff is a hell of a lot smaller than what that person's going through right now. I mean, trust me, somebody wanting to take their life is a hell of a lot bigger than I chipped my nail. I chipped my nail, so I'm going to be on a pity pot about it. I mean, like I've always said, my DMs are always even. My DMs are always open. Always. I mean, and like I said, I don't ignore my. That's how I mean. But like I said, in my inbox, I get kill yourself or cam girls talking about. Do you want to come to my campsite? No, I don't want to come to your campsite. Sorry. I definitely do not want to come to your campsite. You know, that's the thing. I mean, that's something to where we have to look at it. And I get it. Some people are like, well, I don't think you understand, and I don't, you know. Yeah, I understand a lot more than people give me credit for. I mean, you'd be surprising and shocked what I can relate to. And it is kind of sad. I mean, but, you know, it's nice to have that one person that can relate. Like, damn, I could totally relate to that. Damn, I get it. You know, this world is a good and evil place all in the same breath. And I think a lot of it is I've come down to why I've lost faith in humanity. Because I see how people treat one another. I see how people are so hateful and just so ignorant. And nowadays, ignorance is bliss. I mean, ignorance is 100% bliss these days. But we also tend to forget the people that were there for us when in our darkest hour, or when we were down, and tried to help pick us up, and probably did pick you up a little bit. And then when we're doing good, we forget about them people. So then when the shoe is on the other foot, it's kind of like, I don't have time, I'm busy, I don't want to deal with it. And that's the one thing, is you don't want to bite the hand that feeds you. And you don't want to bite, you don't want the shit on the people that were there for you in your darkest hour. Because, like, I see, like even now, like these public figures that they got where they're at because of their followers, but then suddenly it's just like they shit all over their followers. Like, they've gotten so big that it goes to their head, and like they treat their followers like crap. And it's just like, you know what? Why would you do that? Like, you are you are there where you're at because of them. Because without them, you'd be just another Joe Schmo, or just another so and so. So that's the thing. Is life is short. Don't take certain people for granted. Because one day you may wake up and they may not be there. Because tomorrow is never given. And it's not. Because you don't know. And that's the whole thing. That is the whole thing. But I'm going to end this stream real quick. I will be back